Okay, so the other two additional techniques I wanted to show you guys one is called the salt texture technique. So salt texture, and then the other one is called blending. So I'm going to demonstrate these and explain them a little bit. What I have here is just salt. I like to use kosher salt because it's a little bit bigger flakes, but you can use regular salt. Table salt works great for this. What you're going to do is get your brush wet, load it with paint, and paint right on your paper. While your paint is still wet, what you want to do is take a teeny tiny pinch of salt, just real pretty teeny, and you just gently sprinkle it on the wet paint. What's going to happen is that the salt and the pigment in the paint are going to have a reaction with each other and create a really unique, interesting effect. This one is wet still, obviously, because I just did it, but once it's dry, I'm going to scrape the salt away into the trash can, and you'll end up with a texture that looks kind of like this. Okay, so that's the salt texture. It's not a physical texture where you can feel it. You don't want to feel the bumpy salt. You want to see it. It's a visual texture. So that's, again, where you see these little flakes or speckles where the salt was left behind. Okay, so this one is totally smooth. I don't feel any salt left on the paper anymore. That effect is just given from the salt and the pigment reacting together. Okay, blending. Blending is the next one I want to talk about. And this usually works better when you're not using complementary colors with each other. It usually works better when you're using warms with warms and cools with cools. So I'm going to just show you with red and yellow. I know you guys don't all have these colors at home, but you can try it with your colors that you have too and see. It might get a little brown or muddled with the colors you use, but it's worth a shot. So I'm going to load my brush with water. Then I'm going to load it with paint. Clean my brush off in between color changes. Load it with a different color, and it's going to blend them together. And what happens is you can get some unique colors in there. Yellow and red usually look pretty good together because that would make more of like an orange color. If I mix my yellow and my purple, my violet together, I might get a little bit more of a brown color, but it's worth a shot to try and see what you like. And this might come in handy too for the project we're going to be working on with our final paintings. All right, so those are the two additional techniques I wanted to show you in case anybody wants to try those at home as well.